Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mini Scroll, the daily internet culture podcast, bringing you the biggest stories from social media, the creator economy, and the digital space every Monday through Thursday. I'm your host, Lauren Meisner, the founder of the youth digital media brand, Centennial World. Welcome back to Mini Scroll, everyone. And you guys might notice, actually, probably on the podcast and on the video, depending on how you consume this podcast, it might look a little different or sound a little different. I am podcasting from home today, so I'm doing a remote podcast. It's not my preferred. However, at the moment, our video editor, Danny, who does all of our deep dives, she's actually on a 6-week trip. She finished university and she's off to Europe celebrating with her friend, which is like just the best. So my workload is very high these next few weeks because I've taken on her job and I just need to find some ways over these next couple of weeks to like save a bit of time, right? So if I can save time on commuting to the office and setting up the podcast studio and all of that, then I'm going to take it. So today was one of those days. The deep dive, it's got to go up tomorrow, and I still have a lot of editing to do. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to crack out this like mini road and just do a classic little Zoom episode. All right, let's just get into the stories for today. So the first story that I have for you guys is I wanted to talk about the latest trending TikTok term, which is crashing out. So, this is like a little bit of terminology and trend news. The term crashing out is the latest to go viral on social media, with users making countless videos and memes about the term. This term has caused a bit of confusion because for millennials or for like older generations, crashing or crashing out typically means that you're exhausted and you're going to sleep, but that's actually not what it means here. So, crashing out here for Gen Z or just like in the context of social media, how people are using it right now, basically just means you're about to lose it. Like you are spiraling and you are going to freak out. So the term started picking up popularity on social media around September of this year. And I would say at this point, we are about a week out from its peak use. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if next week The Cut runs an article with a headline like, "Why is everyone crashing out?" I think we are very close to its peak use. And I think around like late October, early November was when it was like really niche and cool to use it. And I think we're getting to the point where it's like oversaturated. But I would say if you guys want to use the term on social media, if you want to make like your own meme or like use it as like a trend, if you run social for a brand or something like that, like use it this week. I would say crashing out has more staying power than like very demure, very mindful, because it's not a saying that was like based around a trending video or a trending personality. It definitely is a term that, it's like a term that we all use, like, oh my God, I'm freaking out, right? So people are like, I'm crashing out. But I would say if you want to jump on it, because people are searching, like if you look on TikTok, people are searching, what does crashing out mean? Crashing out memes, things like that. Like, use it ASAP. Okay, the next story that I have for you guys, I don't think I've ever done a story like this before. I'm interested to see what you guys think of it and like get your feedback because I actually wanted to include this story to specifically get your feedback. So there's an interesting thread right now on LA influencer Snark, which is debating if millennials or Gen Z had basically had it better in their youth. So let me read some snippets from it. So the person says, okay, this is super niche, but do you think Gen Z influencers have better access to hot men and a lavish life than us elderly millennials had? I'm 35, and sometimes I look back at my 2009 to 2012 photos and get sad. And I get bitter that I was born during the most unaesthetic time when I was in my prime youthful years. Like I had no chance at looking bomb since everything was so tacky, from the makeup to the clothes. I also look back on my photos and realize we didn't have the best selection of men and women. Even the most poppin' clubs, the people in my photos look really average, whereas now you have to be a hot influencer to get into the good spots. Back then, you just had to be decent. And then they continue on and they finish with, anyways, sometimes I wish I was in my early 20s in 2024, where the style is so much more chic, and so are the men. I feel like I would have killed it in this era and could have been an IG baddie instead of slaving away at my 9 to 5 for pennies. Do any people my age feel the same? Okay, this is so interesting to me because I've actually never heard anyone romanticize how social media has like warped our sense of beauty and fashion and style. Like, social media has taken away so much authenticity that this poster is specifically speaking to, like talking about how, everything was like so tacky and like we didn't have to care about like what we looked like and stuff going to the club and people could just like have fun. And the poster actually shared two photos like of men at a club from, the I guess late 2000s, early 2010s to now. And yeah, the people in the early 2010s were like blackout drunk and greasy and disgusting because they were just having like the best time ever at a club and they didn't care about what they were looking like and they were posing for a club photo and just like living life. Whereas the second photo is these two men who are like models, like posing in, I guess, what this poster thinks is like a chic outfit. So, for context, I am close to that poster's age, as they're like, is anybody close to my age feel this way? No, I don't feel that way. I'm turning 33 on December 8th. So I'm like pretty close to their age. Gen Z now look way better than we did at their age because they stare at their own faces all day, every day on social media, and they stare at other people's faces all day, every day on social media. Faces that have been face tuned, photoshopped, warped, and that has just become the norm. People bring in photoshopped or face tuned photos of themselves to plastic surgeons and ask them to make them look like their face tuned version of themselves. Like, that's not normal. That is so messed up that young people are growing up with these like absolutely wild expectations. There is this immense pressure to be styled to the nines every single day for regular events like, I don't know, going to class, going to work. And part of that, I think, is number one, chances are at some point during that day, that regular day, you will be posting on social media. You'll be Snapchatting or posting an Instagram story or maybe making a TikTok. And number two, social media has completely changed the expectations that we have for regular people and how they look and dress and present themselves. Now, don't get me wrong, in that thread, most of the replies were people being like, are you for real? Like millennials really had that sweet spot of us having like internet access and being this like tech savvy, tech first generation. But we also got to live out our most like quote unquote fun years, like our youthful years, basically offline. Like, not really influenced by that kind of stuff yet. Like, I remember at university, it was either second or third year university. One of my friends had a Canadian Thanksgiving celebration at her house. And I remember that night specifically, after we all had Thanksgiving dinner, we were just like hanging out in her living room and we all downloaded Instagram together. Like, I didn't even have Instagram in my freshman year. I got Instagram in the middle of university. And even then, by then, it was just like over filtered food pics and stuff. Like there was not that influence over our experiences, our life, our day to day, the way that social media has such a chokehold on everyone now, especially young people. And I think when it comes to this particular thread and this poster, it seems like it's more a case of this poster romanticizing what their life could have been if social media was, as big then as it is now. Because I think a lot of us who didn't jump on TikTok right away, for example, or like, we were there for the beginning of Instagram, but we didn't start posting right away in any type of serious way. Like, we look at those opportunities and feel like they were missed opportunities for us. This poster even said that she wouldn't be slaving away at her 9 to 5. So I think that this particular case is an instance of like looking at the opportunity that social media is granting young people, an opportunity that we didn't have back then, and thinking, oh, they have it so much easier than us, which is not the case at all. In my opinion, I actually see so many more drawbacks to having the pressure of having your entire life, really, like, kids are getting Instagram accounts before they're born now. Their parents are like saving Instagram accounts for them and posting for them, I think having social media from the time you are born, or at least preteen, maybe at the latest for a lot of kids nowadays, I think there are so many more downsides than upside. If it just meant that my party pics from my late teens, early 20s are trashy and greasy, and we all look like big hot messes compared to the party pics of today, I'll take that. I'll take a social media free youth over that. But I want to hear from you guys because that was kind of the whole point of this Reddit post, right? Was this person wanted to get different opinions. If you guys are Gen Z, if you're millennials, or even if you're, I don't know, Gen X boomers, whoever, I would love to know your opinion on this particular question and this particular issue. Okay, and the last story that I have for you guys, I really wanted to end on like a wholesome note, especially like sending off our American scrollers off to American Thanksgiving this weekend. I wanted it to be like a feel good way to end the week of mini scroll. So I thought the most wholesome thing happening on the internet right now is, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but that Dollar Tree Dinners creator, she is going absolutely viral for helping a single mother make an affordable Thanksgiving meal for her 3 kids. Okay, so there's this popular TikTok account called Dollar Tree Dinners where she shows people how they can make multi-course meals with Dollar Tree ingredients. Her handle is literally at Dollar Tree Dinners. So over the past few days, she's been creating content, obviously about American Thanksgiving because she lives in the US and how you can make Thanksgiving meals from Dollar Tree ingredients. So 2 days ago, this creator named Caleb Cooks posted a video about her that has gone like proper viral. And when I say proper viral, I don't mean like a few million views. Sometimes we refer to that as viral. No, like his video has over 31 million views and counting, and it was posted 48 hours ago. So, this video, he talks about how her content is really helping people. He was like, I just wanted to make this video to let her know her content is helping people. He said he was at Dollar Tree and he came across this single mother, and he knows she was a single mother because he talked to her, but the single mother of 3, and he noticed that she was buying all of the ingredients for this Thanksgiving Dollar Tree dinners like TikTok video that he had watched as well from this lady. So he approached her and he asked her about it. And she said, yeah, like we were just going to have frozen Thanksgiving TV meals, like frozen turkey, because I couldn't afford anything else. And then I came across this account and she's inspired me to make this meal with Dollar Tree ingredients for my 3 children. And so they can have like a proper Thanksgiving dinner. So this got back to Dollar Tree Dinners. I don't remember her name. I actually saw a creator talk about it and I was trying to find that video. I think they called her Rebecca, but I don't know. So I don't want to misuse her name. But it got back to Dollar Tree Dinners, like the lady that runs the account. And she made this really sweet video thanking everyone and thanking Caleb and just saying, like, this is why she does it. This moment as well, like Caleb's video has really introduced a lot of people, like new people to her account. So tons of people, like thousands and thousands of people have commented being like, oh my God, I had no idea that there was a resource like this. I'm so excited to find her. This is going to help me so much. Even though she had over 1 million followers before Caleb made his video, but obviously his video has over 31 million views already. So it's introduced like this huge group of people to her content. And I actually have watched a creator on and off. Like every once in a while, her videos will be in my recommended and I'll watch them by this creator named Lisa on YouTube who does very similar content. She makes meals from different dollar stores in the US and sometimes different grocery stores and stuff. Like she'll show you how you can basically like stretch a dollar and make affordable meals. And I think just like that content, but also like this situation where it's just gone so viral. I think it's just, I mean, not only is it just like so wholesome and feel good, but it just proves that stuff that goes viral can actually make an impact and be good. Like it's not all drama or rage bait. Like there are genuinely good people making meaningful content and they can go viral too. This creator and Caleb as well for amplifying this creator, they are going to, it seems, according to the comments, like change a lot of people's Thanksgivings and possibly help a lot of people in the long term with meal planning around lower budgets. And I think this is the kind of stuff like we kind of forget is good about TikTok, social media, the internet, especially on this podcast. We talk so much about like the downsides and the drama and like whatever's going on. And, like we love some drama. Don't get me wrong. We love the gossip, we love the drama, but this is just so wholesome. And it's like the perfect way to end a week of mini scroll, give you guys a wholesome little story, a feel good story, so you can enter into your weekend, or if you're in the US, your Thanksgiving weekend, hopefully on a positive note. Anyways, guys, that's it for Mini Scroll today. Thank you so much for listening. Please remember to rate, review, and subscribe. I am trying to get to 500 Spotify reviews by the end of the year. I think we're like 4 away from 400. It is a lofty goal considering we only have a few weeks left of the podcast. I'll tell you guys about my Christmas schedule maybe next week, but yes. So we'll see. I don't know if we'll get to 500 by the end of the year, but please star rate us anyways so we can try. I love you guys. There will be a deep dive tomorrow that I have to go edit right now. Wish me luck. And then I will talk to you guys on Monday. Okay, bye.